my name is Simona. I'm a designer and creating various crochet and knitting projects, and I'm creating written patterns and video tutorials how to make the project that I'm making. And today I will teach you how to make this amazing knitted scarf. Take a look at the pattern of this scarf. It's really long. This is 2 meters long of this scarf, and I made it in 2 colors. I just wanted some multi-color scarf, something like this. So I will teach you how to make it. You can see how nice the pattern looks like. Really nice. And it's really easy and fun to make, and I will teach you how to make it. I made this scarf 2 meters long. Of course, you can make it shorter. This is how it looks like, the pattern. I made it with 2 colors just to have some more fun in the colors. The length of this scarf is 2 meters, and I was using super bulky wool, natural wool, to make this scarf. To make this scarf, I was using this super bulky wool. This is the name of the wool I used. I will share the link below to similar wool that you can get on Amazon. So this is 100 grams, and to make the scarf that I made, I used a little bit more than 5 balls. For 2 meters long scarf, you will need a little more than 5 these balls, and my scarf weighs about 520 grams, so you will need a little bit more than 5 balls of this super chunky wool. Of course, you can use any other wool, any other chunky or bulky yarn that you prefer, and the result, I'm sure, that will be just amazing. So this is it from me, and let's start knitting. Welcome to my how to knit video tutorial. I will show you how to make this amazing scarf. I will explain every step slowly, so it's perfect for beginners. It's really nice and chunky scarf that you can make for yourself or for someone you love for as a gift. So what we will need and what I'm using. So I'm using this type of chunky wool. This is natural 100% wool. This is the same wool, just different labels. Maybe this one is older or this one is newer. I'm not sure which one is the most recent. So it says that it's 70% of wool and 30% of alpaca wool. So 2 colors. The first one I made with white one. It's like ivory white, blush white, and this time I will be using this color. Really nice, perfect for autumn. So the link where you can get the same wool, I will leave it right here. You can get it on Amazon. And what else? First, I want to tell you that everything that I'm saying, I'm putting in my blog. So if you prefer reading everything that I'm telling, you can find it right here. This is my knitting blog on my website. So I will be using this wool. Let's see, what does it recommend for the needles? It recommends 15mm size needle. However, I'm using 9mm needles. I tried to knit with this wool, and for me this size needles and wooden ones are just working better, and the loops are coming up a bit smaller than, and I just love it. Of course, you can try to use bigger needles and see how is it working. Of course, you can use another type of wool, not so thick, maybe. I would recommend to not to use yarn that requires smaller than 5 mm needles, because if you are a beginner, it will be not so easy and fun to knit, and the project will not come up so fast as using more chunky wool. So I think I said it all. And what else? When you buy the wool, check what size needles it requires. Use it as it's recommended. If not, you can try different size of needles and see what works best for you. So let's get started. And so we have the yarn, we have our needles. I'm using wooden needles, 9 mm, and the first thing that we have to do is to casting on. So we need that we will get our yarn onto our needle. We need to get our yarn onto our needles so that we can knit into it. So let's start. Take your yarn and make a slip knot. Leave about this long of the yarn for the end and make a slip knot. So put the yarn onto your fingers like this, and then put it through the back, and we have a slip knot. Once again, take 2 fingers, pull the yarn around your fingers like this, and from the back grab the yarn and make a loop. So this is our first loop that we have. Now take the needle and put it through the slip knot you just made, like this. You can see that the slip knot is really loose and you need to tighten it up. So take the ends of the yarn and pull them together like this. So now we have smaller end of a smaller loop on our needle, and this is our first knitting stitch that we have on our needle. So this slip knot made you a first stitch. This is your first cast on stitch. Now we need to cast on more stitches. So let's cast on more stitches onto this needle. Firstly, take your right hand finger and put it on your first stitch in order to stay it in one place. Now take your left hand and make a gun shape. We are working only with this yarn, the main yarn. Let's leave this end like this loose. So left hand shape of the gun, go underneath the yarn, twist it to the left. You can hold with the rest of the fingers the yarn. You can see this is like a loop that we have on our finger, and now just go into this loop with our needle like this and do it like this, and this is our second cast on stitch. Let's do it the same together. The shape of the gun, go underneath the yarn, twist it to the left, almost a loop, small loop on our finger, go it through the loop with our needle and pull it through and pull down to have the same size stitches like this. Once again, the shape of the gun, take the yarn like this. I'm holding with my fingers the yarn, twist it and grab it with your needle like this. We can do it really fast, like twist, put it on your needle, twist, put it on your needle. twist, put it on your needle, and I'm holding the yarn with my fingers all the time, like this. Make sure that the size of the stitches are even. I can see this one is a little bigger, so I will start again from this stitch just to make sure I have the same size stitches. So this is casting on the stitches onto the needle. How many stitches you need, it depends on the scarf that you have. In order to make, so this is our this is that we are knitting. This is the end of our scarf. To knit this size scarf, like this size, we need for the beginning 20 cast on stitches. So what we have now, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So let's do more stitches. We have the gun. Let's make a little loop and pull it through onto the needle. Grab the yarn, turn it, and put it onto our needle. And like this, let's make 20 knitting stitches. If you have any questions how to make it, or you want to be it slower, you can press the button right here to make it slower. Also, you can watch my videos in other languages: Italian, Spanish, French, I don't know, German, Polish, Latvian. So just press the button into the settings button, and you can choose the language that YouTube will translate your this video to. Official name for this cast on stitch is backward loop cast on, and it is perfect for beginners, easy and fun to make. So continue casting on the stitches till you have about 20 stitches. If you want, you can make more or less depending on your yarn and the needle that you have. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So I will make 4 more stitches. So the shape of the gun, turn it to the left, grab the yarn with the needle cast on, like this, 3, and the last one 4. And this is the end of casting on the stitches on our needle. We have 20 stitches. This is gonna be the beginning of our scarf, and let's continue into knitting the stitches. So we have our 20 stitches on our needle, and this is gonna be our left needle. Let's take another needle. This is gonna be our right needle, and what we have to do now to take all the stitches from here on the right needle. How we're doing this? So take the right needle, put the needle from the bottom to the top right here through the last stitch we made. Now make a loop around the right needle like this. You can see this is the loop, and pull it through the stitch you have on the left needle like this, and then this stitch should be dropped like this. And this is our first stitch on our right needle. We have to do this to every stitch we have. So put the needle from the bottom to the top like this, yarn over on the needle, on the right needle, and pull this loop through the stitch and drop off the stitch. I'm doing this holding my yarn with the left hand, just like this, putting the needle through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through and drop the stitch. Some people are keeping the yarn on this side like this, and they can do it like this. Put the yarn through, then with your right hand from the back, yarn it around the needle, then pull it through and drop the stitch. So actually this is you should use the technique that works the best for you. For me, it works really good when I'm holding the yarn like this with the gun shape fingers, and these fingers are pressing the yarn right here. So I'm doing it like this. So once again, putting the right needle from the bottom till the top on the stitch, yarn over the yarn on the right needle, then pull it through the loop and drop the stitch from the left needle. The tip that I'm having, as I have long needles, I'm putting this needle into my belly like this, so that it would have where to be consistent, like not moving back up and down, and this helps me to make the stitches. So putting the right needle through the loop, grabbing the yarn, pulling through and drop the stitch, and do this to every stitch you make, just like this. You can see how nice the scarf is coming up. Do it like this to every 20 stitch. As I told you, the end of this needle I'm putting into my stomach, somewhere to be it stable, not moving up and down, and then I'm working only with my right needle. So pulling it through the stitch, pull the yarn around the needle like this, from the bottom to the front, pull it through the stitch, and then drop this loop from the left needle. So let's continue doing the same to every stitches, nice and slow. And we have to do this to every stitch, so we will have 20 stitches also on our right needle at the end of this. Do not, you can make like big moves, like pull it through, yarn over, pull it through, just not to lose the stitches. Grab the yarn, pull it through like this, and 2 more stitches left, and the last one we're also doing the same, and pulling it through and just pull down the course to see the stitches. So nice and equal stitches. This would be our length of the scarf. So it will be chunky scarf that I love. So this was the first row we made for our scarf. Let's jump into row 2. So this is our needle, and it will go now to our left handle, and this is our naked needle. So naked needle will be on the right and the needle with stitches will be on the left. To have nice, let's start now next row. To have nice edges, let's just move the last stitch from one needle to another needle, simply doing like this. So this is the first step of doing the next rows. So the first stitch is going just one from the left needle to the right needle, and then grabbing the yarn and pulling it through and dropping the stitch, grabbing the yarn, pulling it through, drop the stitch, and do it the same stitch by stitch, row by row. And actually this is all you need to know for knitting this scarf. You can see how nice the pattern is coming up, just like this. I want to ask you for your support so that I could continue creating crochet and video tutorials here on YouTube. It's less than a cup of coffee, and it means a world to me. So if you can support, I will leave the link maybe right here and below in the description, where you can express your support for my channel, for my creations. And as I said, it's less than a cup of coffee for you, and it means a lot to me because I can continue creating new designs, to create and share new tutorials, and to teach you how to knit and to crochet. So we have to take the first stitch off and then 19 stitches to move from one needle to another needle. You know, there are different techniques how people are holding the yarn. I'm holding the yarn, the main yarn, with my left hand. Maybe this is from a habit from crocheting, and it works for me. Some people are holding the yarn into their right hand, something like this, and then actually do not even know how, yarning the yarn like this and pulling it through. So you just have to find your way how to hold the needles, how it works the best for you. And this is just my opinion, my technique, how I am doing this. Looks really, really nice, and actually I love this yarn. I love this color, and actually I love wooden needles too. It's so cozy and easy to work with, natural materials. And I know that the scarf will look just fabulous. And the last stitches, and the last one we're also doing the same and dropping it off like this. So these are the rows I made. Again, our right needle goes to our left needle, and this is our naked needle that we will be working with. The needle is long. I'm putting it to my belly to be stable, holding the yarn like this, just like in crocheting. This is how I used to it. So the first stitch, taking just from one needle to another one, easily like this, and then taking the needle from the bottom to the top, grabbing the yarn, pulling it through, and drop the stitch from your left needle, and repeat the same 19 stitches. As I have 20 stitches on the needle, the first one I'm just taking off, simply taking off, so I need to knit 19 15 stitches with this technique easily and nice. Nowhere to hurry up. You can make the loops a little bit bigger if you want, but I like to knit it quite tight. Stitch by stitch. Also, I am creating crochet tutorials, video tutorials and crochet patterns, how to crochet bags, totes, rugs, placemats, baskets, everything for your own style and home. And I have more than 100 video tutorials how to make them, so visit my main channel and you will see and know. I will teach you how to crochet them. My tutorials are really easy to make and fun to follow, so perfect for beginners. And I'm crocheting with macrame cord, which is quite new. I hope you heard about it. So yes, I'm crocheting with macrame cord. And yeah, watch my other video tutorials and see how I'm making amazing and creative things. So this was our last stitch, and you can see how pattern is coming up really nicely. So now I think I can leave you alone and you can repeat the same row by row. Again, the first stitch, just we're taking from one to another one, from one stitch to another, and then just crochet in, crocheting like this, stitch by stitch. So I will make my scarf, I will finish my scarf, and then I will show you how to finish the scarf when you are done. So you can stop the video now, turn your favorite movie or TV show, maybe your favorite music, and enjoy creating. This is really easy pattern, there is nothing to count, just work in stitch by stitch, enjoy the process. And if you are not subscribing to my channel yet, please subscribe. This means a lot to me. More people can reach my videos, my tutorials. And please like if you like this video, comment below if you like it, if you don't like it, any ideas, tips to my next videos about this video. So thank you for now, enjoy creating, and I will show you how to finish making this amazing, easy and fun knitted scarf. So far I got my scarf this big, so I will do with you another row. So what I'm doing, I'm putting one stitch from left needle to right needle, just like this. I'm doing this to every first row in the row, to every first stitch in the row, and then just knitting like this. I'm making the stitches quite tight, as I like it this way. Of course you can make it looser. I'm making them quite tight just to make sure that I have the same size of every stitch, just like this. I hope you like this tutorial that I am creating and you are knitting your own scarf too. All the links where to get the same yarn I will share below in the description. Also, I will share the link to wooden needles that I am using that you also can get online. And few more stitches to go. The last 2 stitches, the first one and the last one. For the end, I'm just pulling the end like this, stretching a bit this part just to have even stitches through all the row, and it really looks nice. I just love this pattern. It's like little waves. So continue knitting and I hope you will like the final result that you are creating. This is the progress of making my scarf, my knitted scarf, and I made it in 2 colors, and of course I will make it longer. So this weekend is about knitting this scarf and I'm really enjoying it. So hopefully next week I will finish it. Really nice pattern for the scarf or any other project. Now, what casting off means? This means that we will be getting our knitting project off our needles. So let's do this. So we will start by taking the loop like we always do from one needle to another one, like this. And then we will knit 1 stitch like we always do, like this. So on the right needle we have 2 stitches and this is our left needle. What we have to do now? Now we have to take our left needle, get into the first stitch of the right needle and bring it over the second stitch. And we will make a cast off. So let's do this. So let's take our first stitch that we just knit and bring it over the second stitch like this and like this. So on our right needle we have only 1 stitch instead of 2 stitches, and this is casting off. Once again we have to have 2 stitches always on our right needle. So let's knit 1 stitch like this. And we also have, now we have 2 stitches on our right needle. Now let's take our left needle, bring it over, put it here and bring it over the second stitch like this. And this is casting off. Once again, knit 1 stitch like this. So we have 2 stitches on our right needle. When casting off, we always have to have 2 stitches. Now let's take our left needle, put our needle like this and bring it over the second stitch. And you can see step by step we are having this nice edge. Once again, knit 1 stitch, 2 stitches on our needle, bring it over the second stitch just like this. You can see this is like a little braid, nice braid coming up, and we have to do this to all of our stitches like this and like this. So once again, let's make it slowly. We have only 1 stitch on our needle, so let's knit 1 more stitch to have 2 stitches. So let's go into the first stitch we made like this and bring it over the second stitch like this. And you can see how nice the casting off looks like. If it gets hard for you, just separate the stitches with your fingers and then bring it over the second stitch. So repeat this to all of your stitches. The most important that you have to have 2 stitches on your right needle, and then bring this needle, this stitch, the first stitch, over the second stitch and pull it through. So do it to every stitch, and I will meet you at the very end of this row. I will show you how to finish the scarf. Now the last stitches to make, to cast off the last stitches. You can use any technique to help you casting off the stitches. You can hold them really tight not to lose them. You use both of your hands, and few more times to go. Casting off like this. If you like my tutorials, if I learned something, if you learned something new from me, please subscribe to my channel. Press the like button. It would be really useful and important for me. So once again, thank you for watching. Like this. So 2 more stitches. We'll also cast off like this, bring it over. We'll also cast off, bring it over. Do not lose the stitches, bring it over this stitch, just like this. And this is the last stitch that we have. I will show you how to finish it. Now this is the end of our cord, so let's use scissors and cut it right here. So we have our loop. I'm using a hook as I like to crochet, and let's make a knot for the very end like this and pull it through. So this is the end. You can see how nice the braids of the end look like. Now we have to hide the end of this cord in between the stitches. I'm using a hook, so grab the cord and pull it through the stitches right here easily and nicely. You can do this. So once again, thank you for watching. Enjoy creating. Share your projects with me. You can always email me or find me on Instagram, message me on Instagram, whatever you prefer. So maybe I will take from a little bit from here, little bit from here, and I will hide the end of the cord just like this. So thank you once again. This is me, Simona, and enjoy creating. I hope that you liked this tutorial, so please press like, comment below what you liked, maybe something you didn't like, maybe something I could change in my tutorials. Please share it below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I have more than 100 step-by-step tutorials for various knitting and crochet projects, so don't forget to check my channel and watch my other tutorials too. So thank you for watching. Big expressions for all your support, and enjoy creating.